enjoying your dying. And that happens in societies, it happens with people, it happens with the smallest organism. So that's one thing. The other thing that I hear people, they avoid conflict, they have problems making a decision. All of these come out of risk aversion. Or, let's see, some of the other things that I have is, they have tools but they don't apply them. And so most of us could have the kind of programming and resources, even though we're not using them, that we could be wildly successful beyond any imagination that we could possibly do, and we don't do it. I mean, everybody starts out the gate with the same, the same
Especially
biological.
here in America, that's what we're told.
Yeah, we're told in America that makes a point. We're told in America that we can do and be anything, but a lot of the messages that we get growing up is don't do better than me. Don't go beyond.
That's mine.
Where I am. Well, Kathy, think about it. Oftentimes in families, there'll be one person that does extremely well. And they're kind of set apart from their family. They don't fit in anymore, and that's a big fear of a lot of people. So then we enter in a society that writes all kinds of stuff.
Or in a marriage. I mean, that can happen.
Absolutely.
You see it with celebrities a lot of time.
Yeah, one person's growing and the other person is trying to hold on to what they have, and it creates a disparaging between.
Or hold on to somebody they're not supposed to be holding on to.
Yes.
At least.
Yeah, not recognizing when it's time to let go. I mean, that's another one.
Yeah.
Setting boundaries is another one that a lot of people do not have adequate skill in doing. They don't, let's see what else. They procrastinate. Now, procrastination is an interesting experience because that's part of our motivation strategy. People don't understand that. They think that it's bad. It really isn't. And it is something that's really deeply wired into our unconscious and our neurology. So to overcome it, we have to begin to recognize it and reprogram. I don't like to use that word because it makes us kind of unhuman, but it is true that our neural pathways fire according to the programs that we run, and if we don't
purposefully change it, that's what I like to say.
Purposefully change it. That and it's not something that you can it's not something you can think your way out of because it's wired in the unconscious.
Yeah, you got to almost people like when they want to quit smoking, they do it with the rubber band.
Yes.
Just to remind you. So it is,
and it makes change very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that NLP can address as a person is developing skills that will get them from where they are to where they want to go. So it goes so far beyond this matching and pacing and mirroring people, which so many people think is NLP, but it's not. It's linguistic patterns, how they affect our language. What's the self-talk going on inside your head? Those are memes. The I can't do it. What happens when you get under stress and all this blah, blah, blah starts coming out of your mouth? Is, I can't do this. I'll never amount to anything. Oftentimes it's programming that we got as little kids, and it just went boom right into the unconscious, and it continues to work there. Those are called memes, and they're what holds our beliefs together, and the beliefs are what holds our reality together. So even at the higher levels of NLP, you can uncouple a belief and put in a new one. You have to put in a new one. Otherwise, the old one will come back. And
but you get to decide what belief you're going to put in.
That is exactly it.
That's the good part.
It's all about. I don't tell my clients what to do or what to go for. That's not what NLP is. Anybody in NLP who's telling people what to do is not doing NLP. NLP is outcome based. It's the person who decides what they want. It's not the trainer or your parents, which did a really good job of that with most people. And
but they still try.
Their positive, yes, their positive intention was to protect us or to keep us safe. Or
we just didn't.
They just didn't know.
Yeah. Or we just didn't, the way we saw it at our minds at that level, that memory.
Yeah.
We don't have that perspective.
Right. So.
But that's what makes us able to change when we're older, right?
So one of the beauties of NLP is that it helps people create a past that will support the future that they want. And
like that.
most people do not recognize the patterns repeating in their life, unfortunately, until sometimes they're in their 40s, and then they're starting to get this idea that maybe I'm not going to have that life that I want. And the truth is that anybody, if they're willing to do the work, NLP is not a silver bullet, but it is change that can happen pretty rapidly, that they can have the life that they want, whatever it is. And the other thing is that I saw this on LinkedIn. I'm part of an NLP discussion group, and somebody says, well, if that's true, then how come all the NLP people, trainers, aren't fabulously wealthy? Well, guess what? Not everybody wants to be a Tony Robbins or a Chris Howe. Not everybody wants to be in front of 2,000 people.
Yeah, because
everybody contributes in some way,
and then their idea of celebrity and being the best self may not necessarily be
that's
standing.
it,
It may be being a super person in their family and getting everybody and being that motivator. Well, I know that you have a course coming up very soon, and I've been bugging you because I want to be a part of it. It's an 8-month course, but when I say that, it's only a week in a month.
That's correct.
And this is the basics of the NLP. Give that a little bit more information, because it starts in about June 6th, I believe.
5th and 6th,
Okay.
Yeah. My programs are developed to complement each other. So there's a practitioner and a master's, and the practitioner is all about helping people get really clear about what they want, clearing up their thinking, dumping some of their head trash, getting a set of tools that no matter what happens in the future, they have a set of tools with which they can be resourceful and work through what's ever going on. And
kind
then
of clean out the drawers in the closet.
Clean out the drawers in the closet. And once you have that, then who do you want to be? And that's all the masters.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
Yeah. So that's all belief identity work, which is what has to be in place in order for you to continue the changes that you've made up until that point. So it all works together, and plus gives people a really great set of tools.